Welcome to my 2024 full ship tour of Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas. We are going to take you through from bottom to top. And the first thing you do when you get on the ship, you're going to be directed to deck 4. And this shows you the key. So if you are a member of the key, you get the key lunch. That's the first thing. And there is a consecutive cruiser's lunch. But this is a quick look at the dining room, which is on decks 4 and 5 on Jewel of the Seas. Beautiful window views, and it's got a central area that's open to the deck 5, but it's not the largest ship in the fleet, as you notice, but it holds about 2,400 passengers. And here you go with decks 4 and decks 5, and the captain's table is there in the center. It's got an elegant staircase going from one section to the other. They have a piano, and there is your dining. So now Centrum is on deck 4. This is the central area of the ship where all the things are happening. And this is really cool. They got the Centrum bar, the elevators, and look at all the seating all the way around. It just looks like an elegant grand hotel. And you have another piano there. There's a band that plays at night. There is your guest services right there on deck 4. And on this ship, the elevators midship are all on the port side, so there's not elevators on both sides of the ship. But later I'll show you how these elevators look when you take a ride up them. They are the glass elevators, really cool. Now, deck 5, moving on up. And here's just a quick bird's eye view of the Centrum. And again, you can see the levels of seating all the way up to deck 10. And so deck 5 is the upper level of the dining room. Now on your dining, my time is on deck 4 and traditional dining is on deck 5. So now as we move forward on the ship, here is additional seating all the way around. This is embarkation day. So this is the day everyone's getting on the ship. So there's a lot of people out and about with their suitcases. Here is your Cafe Latitudes, and this is where you can get your specialty coffees, and this is for a charge. So if you have drink packages or coffee cards or even your diamond and vouchers, you can get your specialty coffees there. There's your shops. On one side, you can't get through at this point, they're closed, but they are the typical shops on Royal Caribbean. This is on the other side where you can actually walk through to the front, the shops of Centrum. And there's 2 corridors that go along the shops, and it's pretty cool as you walk through. It just doesn't even look like a cruise ship. And you can imagine when these ships were first built, they were just game changers and so elegant and luxurious. And you have your stores. It's just like a shopping mall going through. And there's your Royal Caribbean logo store, your kiosk, you got your jewelry. Of course, you can always find watches and liquor to purchase in these shops, and there's shops on both sides of the corridor. So those are the Royal shops on deck 5, and also there is a conference center on the left here. So we're walking through, and then the photo gallery. Interesting thing on this ship, the photo gallery, they still print the photos and put the photos up on the boards. And so you have to look for your photos that are printed out. They still don't have the digital photos like the newer ships. So, and here's your little art gallery. And the funny joke before was, if the photos, how do we know if the photos on the wall are ours? And, haha. Obviously, if there are photos of you, they're yours. Choral Theater. That Choral Theater is on decks 4 and 5. And nothing's changed since last year. This is the same beautiful carpet, which it doesn't need to be changed. And so this is a really cool look. We're on deck 5, but you can see it goes down. So that's a quick look at the Choral Theater. We are on deck 5. The upper level, I guess, is deck 6. So I guess it's decks 5 and 6, not 4 and 5. So it is decks 5 and 6. So 5 goes there. There is an outdoor walking area as you exit the theater. This is not the jogging track. This is just an outdoor area that you can sit and enjoy the views. And we're in Amsterdam before we leave now onto deck 6. And that has the upper portion of the Choral Theater, as we showed you the lower portion, but that is the Choral Theater, decks 5 and 6. Deck 6 is also the casino, and in the front of the ship, the casino is the pit stop. It's a race car themed sports bar, but on the port side, you have an actual cinema. This is the Radiance class, which has the only movies at sea that are in a dedicated theater, just like a movie theater. So check that out. They play first run movies, and this is on deck 6. And here's the movie showing today. It's called Wish. Never heard of it, but this is the pit stop. This is a race car themed sports bar. Another place to hang out and watch sports, have a drink. Kind of an out of the way place. When you're done losing money in the casino, you can come in here and drown your sorrows. Not many people really hang out here, but it's a place to get away from the crowd. We'll show you some of the other bars, and now Casino Royale. I did a separate tour of that, so you can check out that video. And so moving on back on the starboard side, on one side you enter the back of the ship. Here where you have your schooner bar, your specialty dining, some of your specialty dining, and the safari club. So this is a nautical themed area, just like on the other Radiance class ships. And the first thing you'd enter here is a schooner bar, your signature bar on all Royal Caribbean fleets. What a great success story Schooner Bar has been, and it features a dedicated menu. And on the Radiance class ships, here you go. Here's your Chops Grill. This is for specialty dining. It's included in the unlimited dining package. And we exit out of there and we come down. This Schooner Bar is pretty big. They have a nice bar here on the right, special menu, and I like the toasted marshmallow old fashioned and the lavender daiquiri. You got the Tropic Thunder, peanut butter Tropic Thunder. They got some new drinks here. And then you come to your next specialty dining. This is the Giovanni's Table. This is Italian, and the quality varies across the fleet, but it's generally pretty good. I like the ossobuco. Love, love, love the ossobuco and the eggplant parmesan appetizer. Here is your piano for the entertainer in the Schooner Bar. Working your way back, this is the Safari Club, but check this out. This reminds me of the game Clue. This is like, the butler did it in the billiard hall or whatever with a candlestick. Well, this is the billiard parlor. They have 2 self-leveling pool tables, warm tone decor, library, and reminds me of the game Clue. And this is the Safari Lounge, and they have a bar at the front. They have a dance floor. They have bands playing. This is a multi-use venue. They'll have an art auction in here. They'll have trivia in here. They have the Quest in here. There's your dance floor and lots of seating. On day 1 of this particular cruise, they had a Crown and Anchor top tier event. Lots of seating, but this is really cool. A lot of people don't know you can just go grab a drink and come all the way back to the back of the ship and lounge in some of these chairs, look at the views. So if you have like an interior cabin or an ocean view, these are some of the places that you'll see in this video. You can get out and just go sit along the back windows and the outdoor seating area. So that is your deck 6, Jewel of the Seas. All right, so I'm going to show you the elevators. On the port side of the ship are the midship elevators, and these Radiance class ships feature the full glass views. Only ones on the Royal Caribbean fleet. So you get a good view of the ocean as you go up to the Windjammer. And at the very top, you get ostriches. And back to the windows. What views from an elevator? We are up on deck 10, just showing you the views from the atrium. You can sit all the way up here. And they got a stretching class going on down there. And that is the atrium from deck 10. So we showed you decks 4, 5, and 6. And there's nothing else but staterooms till you get to deck 11. So we're going to be doing deck 11 next. So stay tuned. All right, there's a lot of things going on deck 11. It is your main pool deck. Pool decks on decks 11 and 12. And it also has the Windjammer. So let's check it out here on the port side of the ship. You have an outdoor seating area. So we're going to go right in here and right out here. This is a cool little outdoor seating area. They also have an outdoor seating area in the aft of the ship, which I will show you. So this little outer area, the windows could open if you wanted to. They have a coffee station here and water. And I'm just going to take a quick glance through the Windjammer, and we'll go to the back of the ship. All right, so here is your Windjammer. It is breakfast, and it is kind of peak time at breakfast, so it is a little crowded. But one thing to note on this ship, it is nice in the evening, not very crowded. And I'm not going to show you the food at this point, just the layout. It's just breakfast. It's just your typical breakfast. It's omelets and the like. They always have a traditional English breakfast. They will always have some sort of an Indian selection. They have omelet station. They have your charcuterie. I'm going to show you the feature of this Windjammer and of those on the Radiance class ships. Even Quantum ships will have outdoor seating in the back. But the Radiance was the first and probably the best. It's so quaint back here. You have beverage stations, coffee, and we are in the North Atlantic again. So it's chilly out here. People have their boots and everything. I have shorts. But here is the outdoor seating. It's chilly. It's a little too chilly. And we did go through some rain, so not anyone out here at this moment. But this is a really, really cool feature. It's a nice place to sit at night. Say like pre-dinner, just come out here and get yourself a cheese plate in the Windjammer and just come back out here and sit. So upstairs there is an Izumi that's on deck 12, which we will get to that. But for now, we're going to just make our way back out through the front of the Windjammer and show you the pool deck and what else is going on in the front of the ship on deck 11. So that was your quick little jaunt through the Windjammer. We're going to do a separate tour of the food at dinner when it's less crowded and they have more unique selections. But you know, breakfast is breakfast, and that's your typical layout of the Windjammer. All right, we made it out of the front of the Windjammer and show you where we are on the ship. We're right here. And now we're going to see the main pool deck, the Solarium, and the Vitality Spa is up at the front on deck 11. This is where they will have the Blue Nose ceremony later this voyage as they cross the Arctic Circle once again. And there is your main pool deck. Someone's having an exciting game of ping pong back there, but here is the stage where the band will play. The hot tubs are open. Ooh, they look good. Look at that hot steam coming out. And they got a big screen here. So that's your main pool deck. It's pretty basic. Lifeguards lonely on this voyage. I think the water's heated. But there is your Jewel of the Seas main pool bar. So the lifeguard says the water is heated. And then, of course, you can grab your drink here at the pool bar or above. But we're going to continue on our tour. Deck 11. Here's your pool towels station. And here's the solarium. 18 and older are welcome here in the solarium. This is where you have your park cafe. So it's back here, up here in the solarium. This is your park cafe. You got your breakfast burritos and your breakfast sandwich. This is way better than the Windjammer. It's nice here. So you have indoor seating here. It is sort of climate controlled. There is a top, so it is nice and toasty in here. They have one big hot tub. The Freedom class will have two, one on each side, but this one has one. And it's a hot pool, warm pool. I think it's a saltwater pool, believe it or not. It's nice in here because there's no music. It's relaxing. On the Freedom class ships, they will have a bar here. And this has a nice sort of Asian motif, looks like. And that is the solarium. It's quaint. You can walk over this little bridge, and on either side you can go in and you can see the Vitality Spa. But already people are out here, got their chairs for the day. And now let's go to the next area on the ship. Okay, so as you walk forward, you will get to there's some staterooms around here, but deck 11 forward, you gotta go to the starboard. Let's see, this is the port side. So the Vitality Spa is here. So this is the spa itself. You can come in on either side. There's the solarium, but this is the spa. And that's where you go make your spa appointments. And they will massage you. And hot stone. I like the hot stone massage. I like the fire and ice pedicure. And I sometimes get the men's rejuvenating facial, believe it or not. It's pretty good. So now that is deck 11. Let me show you where we're at here. We saw the park cafe and the solarium and the main pool area, Windjammer. Anything forward here is staterooms. Now we're going to go up to deck 12. All right, going up to deck 12, you can go to the Vitality Fitness Center. You can go there from either side. We're at the front of the ship, by the way. And there is the upper pool deck, which I'll show you in a minute. But here is the Vitality Fitness Center. And I will be hitting the gym later. Basic machines, nothing's changed here. Nothing's changed. And I got the cycle class and typical stuff here in the front. You got some cardio equipment facing the front of the ship. And there is a way to get to the helipad, which I will show you bonus coverage of getting to the helipad. But that is your Vitality Fitness Center. It wraps around. You have some more weights over here. So that is your Vitality Fitness Center. All right, working our way back on the jogging track. I'll be lucky if my feet don't get wet. It's been wet everywhere, but there's your solarium with the windows closed. They can retract those, by the way. And here is your sky bar. Normally they'd have seats out here, but It's closed right now. So there is a look at your pool deck on deck 11. And there is your Viking Crown Lounge and the Vortex, which we will see coming up. And here we're going to make our way around the jogging track and we'll work our way back to the back of the ship. All right, so as we enter inside the ship from the jogging track, this used to be, well, it is the Loyalty. Okay, it still is the Loyalty desk right over here. And deck 12 to the back is the sports desk. And that Izumi that we saw earlier, sports court. So that's all to the back. And there's the teen club over here. And working our way back, we'll show you the sports area. Deck 12. All right, so deck 12 in the back of the ship. You can see your sports court here, but the rock climbing wall, you go up here, and this is officially deck 13, but you access it through deck 12. There is your concierge lounge. Here is a good way to view the sports court. There's your rock climbing wall. Royal Caribbean may have been the first cruise lines to have rock climbing walls. Announcements. And here is your little kiddie splash area, which is a little slide. It's closed. Basketball is a half court. And we're on the little walkway going over to the miniature golf. And it's a nice miniature golf. It's a nice miniature golf course. Of course, it's free. You just show up. So I'll have to challenge my wife to golf at some point. But it wraps around in the back of the ship. It's a nice little golf course. It's very nice. And of course, the views are spectacular. So that's your deck 12 on the outside. Let's go inside and go up to the Viking Crown Lounge next. All right, so we are heading over here to the Viking Crown Lounge, signature lounge on most Royal Caribbean ships. This is home of the Vortex, which serves as a nightclub at night and multi-use. During the day, they might have some things going on in here, but this is a quiet, relaxing spot. You can grab your coffee. You can just grab your seats and look out the windows. You can gather here at the nightclub. And here is the Vortex bar, which rotates. That's right. All the seats, they rotate around the bar. So if you don't like the bartender over here, just wait, because this seat will rotate around and go to another section. And here is the DJ booth. And the Diamond Lounge is over here, now known as the Crown Lounge. They might have overflow seating here, in here. So we're going to check out the Crown Lounge, and the Viking Crown Lounge was there, but the Crown Lounge is the Loyalty Lounge, and then this is the Concierge Lounge. One thing I like about this, before we go into the lounge, when you get off the elevators, it's really cool in here. It's like a vortex. Look at that. See that? It's really cool. So the Crown Lounge is over there. We'll show you that first. Why not? So you need to be a Diamond member or above, and you tap your card. I think. Oh, insert. Sorry, this is not a tap. This is an insert. Then you push. And your loyalty status gets you in here as a Diamond member. This is a Diamond Concierge. And so this is their typical breakfast stuff, continental breakfast and coffees. And they have the little door open for overflow seating. And at night, from 5 to 8 is the nightly happy hour. And your diamond and up drink vouchers are good here and everywhere. So it doesn't really matter where you go anymore for your drinks. You used to have to come in here for your free drinks, but now you get the drink vouchers. 5 drinks for Diamond Plus, 4 for Diamond, 6 for Pinnacle. And so there you go. That is, you push the button to exit, then you pull, and then we will show you the concierge club. And you use your card. And so here is the concierge. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you. And this is, it reminds me of a karaoke, someone would stand there. But this is a quaint little lounge. Good morning. And it's the same stuff over as you have over in the Crown Lounge. The same stuff. Continental breakfast, coffees, and the like. And you can sit here. They have a little bar right over here for happy hour. And they got the same photos on the wall as always. Never changed anything. And they have a little outdoor area to sit. So that is your concierge lounge on Jewel of the Seas. Notice, not very crowded. That's why I like this place better. And this is accessible for Pinnacle Club members and suite guests, grand suites and up. So if you have a gold card, you're in good shape here. And this is where I would go, versus the crowded Crown Lounge. All right, so there is Deck 13 inside the Jewel of the Seas. Well, what did you think of my full ship tour? And what did you think of the Jewel of the Seas? Hopefully you like the Jewel of the Seas. It's a smaller ship. It's in the Radiance class, and it's a pretty easy ship to navigate. And it's really nowadays more about the itinerary and not so much the ship. The ship is lovely, it's elegant, but it has some wonderful itineraries. And this particular one I'm on is the Arctic Crossing, which is just an amazing itinerary going through Greenland and Iceland. And well, the Jewel of the Seas was refurbished since I was on here 1 year ago, but I did not see any evidence of refurbishment. But to be fair, the refurbishment was not supposed to be a front of house operation. It was just for mechanical maintenance and anything interior as needed. So mostly like staterooms that needed new carpeting or areas that needed new furniture, carpeting. But that was really the extent. But I did not see any visible refurbishments. And even the casino had the same slot machines as they did a year ago. I think they might have changed a couple of them out, but nothing that are the more popular games that people see today. So the casino is still the same, and the ship is still the same. It's clean. It's a really nice ship. So please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I have a full playlist in the description for all the Jewel of the Seas, and I even went here last year to Norway, so I have a separate playlist for Norway. And this playlist is just going to be Jewel of the Seas. So stay tuned for more videos coming from the Jewel of the Seas and another Royal Caribbean cruise ship near you.